Hello, koalas. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Koala Cavity and to the YouTube channel of Koala Cavity. Today, we are here to take a look at the Escape gameplay trailer. You can probably already see that at the top of the screen. And yes, as I did it for the season 10 with Emergence, I am always waiting for the trailer involving some proper gameplay, and then I like to do a deep dive. So we go through the trailer and almost screen by screen, we take a look at the capture and we try to discuss things, maybe to raise some questions, maybe to throw in there some assumptions, and just in general we want to get hyped for the new season. The two previous trailers about, what was it? There was stories from the Outlands with Ash, and there was I think there was another one, but I cannot remember. But the two of them were already great in terms of story, in terms of lore around Horizon, but also Ash herself and the Dr. Reed, obviously. So if you didn't watch that, go right now, and then you will be up to date and up to speed for this Escape gameplay trailer. Before we kick in, koalas, just a quick one. This is the YouTube channel of Koala Cavity, but originally Koala Cavity, it is a Twitch channel. It has the same name than the YouTube channel, and on Koala Cavity, on the Twitch channel of Koala Cavity, we have a very specific philosophy and approach, because every month Koala Cavity is using its own resources to donate to a charity, or sometimes more, depending on the month, depending on the agenda. And all the subs that we receive on the channel, on the Twitch channel, the majority of them will be redirected, and they will be added on top of our own donation to the charities on a monthly basis. So it's a very positive philosophy and a positive approach. And if you want to support us, feel free to check the Twitch channel. Follow the channel if you want to support our philosophy again and our vision, and feel free to jump in and to say hi, and we can get to know each other. If you also like the kind of very very detailed kind of analysis that we do today, feel free also to support the, the YouTube channel by subscribing. It will help us a lot as well. So enough talking, koalas, but it's obviously important to talk to you about the philosophy. Enough talks, and let's go for the trailer. So I think, let me check together. Yes, it's 0.5, so that's going to be very slow. I also mute the video, so no sound, because first, the music, if there is any rights behind the music, and secondly, because when it's slow down like that, that's awful to listen to the voices or to the music in very slow-mo mode. So I turn off all that. Here we go. So at the very beginning, and I pause right on the thunder. At the very beginning, we get off the water and we have a nice view of the map. Let me maybe have something slightly clearer. Here we go. We have a big overview. So first, when I saw that, I was like, okay, the size is big, and obviously we already knew that it's gonna be, inspired by an island, by the beach, by maybe a kind of, let's say, summer vibe, even if the name is Storm Point. But yeah, that's already a good overview. It's a shame that we don't see it from the top right now to have a good idea of the full size, but it's already a nice sneak peek. Let's go for the other ones, the other captures. So here we see Valk chilling out on the beach, having a good time. There are some buildings at the back. Let me use the mouse as well. We can see here a trident. We already knew that the trident would be on the map. We have the usual banners. Someone at the back. I'm not sure who it is. And yes, about the buildings, they it's they look like the ones on World's Edge, but the foundations are slightly different. You can tell that there are some pilotis because it's obviously the beach with some water, so you will have a different kind of foundation. But we are, let's say, familiar with those ones. However, wow, very green. It looks amazing. However, we are not familiar with those ones. That looks great. It's above the trees. You can see already here a little zip line that can be used to reach the platform. Crypto is here with his friend next to us. And yeah, a couple of buildings. You can tell it's old. There is some old mold or maybe some rust as well here and there. Oh, we can see Ash here. Ash is hiding and ready to jump on him. And we can see the fabricator with some materials. When I saw this scene, because I watched the trailer before, when I saw this scene, I was very intrigued by the flowers here, the ones I am hovering on. I was wondering if those flowers could, I don't know, catch you or spit something on you, maybe some poison, because we already knew about the let's say animals or creatures that you will have on the map, but we didn't hear anything about maybe some hostile plants, and I was wondering if this will play a role. So we will see in the future, I guess. Let's go back. And here we have another part of the map. I'm not sure who is this here, and maybe it's a flyer. I think this is Ash again here. There is someone here as well. We can't see much about it, just maybe a building on the left. It reminds me of the bridge that you can find on World's Edge, one of the newer bridges that they have implemented on World's Edge. Yeah, so for sure some verticality. I don't know how high it is, but it looks high. Big complex with some thunder, so it's a cool element added. But we can't see much. My attention was caught by those green lasers. At the beginning, I thought it was some lasers. I thought it was cosmetics. I even thought, is it, I don't know, something that you can fire? And we will have the answer about that very soon. Let's take a second to take a look at the skybox. Yes, there is the very sunny and blue sky for the beach and the summer side of the map, but it's also called Storm Point, so there will be also some well, some stormy aspects in the skybox, and that looks amazing. What's next for us? So we have a quick look at more or less the same buildings. We just don't know if it's where Valk was. But here we have Watson. It's really cool with the thunder because obviously she's using a lot of electricity. We see the flyer, so the one flyer at least. So far, we don't know if they will have the same role than on Kings Canyon. You know, when they carry a death box and you can take them down, or at least you take the box down and loot it. In the previous trailer, maybe it was the stories of the Outlands, I don't remember. We saw a flyer that was very aggressive on the bridge. I really don't know if it will be the case with those ones. So what else? I think we have some structure here that is using the power from the wind to use it and to actually create some electricity or any source of power to supply the island, I guess. And at the back we see a little pod. It looks like the escape pod that dropped on, it was on Olympus a couple of weeks ago, and we had something to do with Bangalore in there to unlock some stats tracker, and that looks like the very same pod next to other buildings. That's some green buildings, and we don't know this one. And we see again the green laser from here. We still don't know what it is. a bit of a teaser for the next parts of the trailer, but yeah, it looks at least open and aiming at the sky. So we will see a bit more about that later on. Oh, and I love this part with the little pathfinder here walking into this cave, and always Ash is always watching, and it sounds like she wants to kill all of them. I didn't see her on the previous scene with Watson, but I'm sure she was hiding somewhere. And here, basically, it looks like an area where where there was water before, because you can find some old corals here as well. You see that there is a sea sponge. So I guess there was water here before. I love this area. The luminosity looks great. You have some seaweed, some very old buildings. It doesn't look like there is a lot to loot, but maybe there is. We don't know. However, I am a big fan of the ceiling, of the light going through, and the vegetation from the sea, or previously from the sea, that stayed there. That looks really cool. I love this area. Oh, and here we have another POI, point of interest. There is still someone or something here. I can't really tell. I'm not gonna try to find Ash on this one. We see the same green buildings as before. We didn't have a close-up look at those ones yet. We can find them here as well on the left side. But more importantly, of course, I will call it the crash site for now, but I'm sure there is an official name. And yes, it's just about a crash, a spaceship which which faced a very bad ending, and yeah, another POI with some looting. It looks cool. It just adds, some story to the overall map, and I really like it. With the sea, the rust on the side, it looks really cool. And we have also something at the back here. I don't know what is it yet. We can dive into that later on if we check the website. Sorry about this. Oh, and the famous or infamous Ash that is looking over the map, at least one corner of the map. So you see a lot of cliffs. You can see again the lasers. It's a beautiful skybox again with the storm maybe approaching. What do we have? This area here, I don't think we have seen it yet, but it looks really cool. Some modern buildings. You see some roads, obviously, to cross the water, because otherwise you will not be able to use the tridents as efficiently as you would like. So there must be a kind of network, of roads and maybe bridges to make sure that you can use the tridents almost everywhere. And again, I don't know if they will play a big role, but another plant or flower, and I really don't know if those ones will have a role, if they are poisonous or dangerous. I don't know, but at least we have a close look at the back of Ash with their hood and very stylish sword. I would like to say katana. I know it doesn't look like a katana, but let's say katana. Let's say katana. And what do we have next? Oh, so we had a quick close-up at one of her blades. Was it on the arm or was it the sword itself? I'm not sure. And then her mask and that drop of blood that is reaching the water to infuse it. And when I see this drop of blood, I'm thinking about ash that we saw hidden somewhere on every scene. I'm wondering if it's a way to tell that yes, she wants to take all of them down one by one, either in a very bloody mess. That's probably the case. I don't know. So here, look at the back. We see the cove. That's probably the one that we were looking at very recently. Then we have some modern buildings. You can tell that this is very vertical. That's cool. Great for Valk, Horizon, and Octane, etc. And finally, we have a closer look at the what I was calling the green lasers. So basically, you see Horizon running towards it, so we finally start to understand what could be the use of it, and you are like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, can you use that to project yourself in the sky? And the answer is yes. So she's jumping in, she's taking down, I think, Octane. I'm pausing it because this is a very cool shot, and it's also giving us the opportunity to look again at the cove with the beautiful lightning in there. Some older buildings. Here you have some more modern buildings with the verticality we were talking about. You can see that there are a lot of those jump pads or lasers, so you can cross the map quite easily with a lot of them, probably, or at least you can cross a specific area and a specific location thanks to them. There is a big battle going on. There is the EMP from Crypto. You can see the ultimate from Gibby as well dropping there, and she will land, I hope, safely at the end of another, let's say, jump pad. Here we go. She's more or less avoiding some caustic gas, and she will use the crabber to boom take down the pro Revenant. So here we see something. It's a kind of a pile of earth, a pile of dirt with some stuffs coming out of it. It's a bit weird. It wasn't my case, but for the people who are from day one on Apex, you will remember this kind of pile of dirt from Kings Canyon, the very first version. I don't think that we have any of that now on the map. It has been removed. But for the day zero or day one players, you will recognize those kind of, let's say, structures, and we see a angry prowler coming out of it. And so when we wander around on that map, if you see that kind of structure, you must expect a little welcome committee coming out of those things, and it will jump on you. Here, poor Mirage is being the guinea pig for that. He was too close to it, and we saw at least 3 of them jumping at him. So a bit tricky. Here, Lifeline enters a building, and sorry for all the arachnophobic friends here, but yes, that's what we are looking at right now. You see eggs, you see a nest, and you see them exploding, and a couple of lovely spiders are coming out of it, and poor Lifeline is trying to run away from that. You can see that there are a lot of them on the walls and the ceilings, so I don't know if it's a tunnel and a path that you will take often to rotate, but if you have to take that tunnel, you are already a bit scared of, I don't know, a team, for example, another team waiting for you at the end of the tunnel, but if on top of that you also need to fight your way through, that's gonna be a problem. So she's trying to escape, and she manages to escape, I believe. And the terrific is turning into a terrifying new map because of the prowlers and the spiders, I guess. I don't know yet about the flyers again. I don't know if they will have a bigger role than uh, than on Kings Canyon. We will see. What did we miss here? Can I pause with for more clarity? Yes, that's a bit better. So what do we have here? We have Seer for sure. Seer is somewhere using the ultimate. Watson passed by here as well. That's a very cool area because everything is more or less in the air. You have a zipline here in the center to get in the building, I guess. But more or less everything is in the air, and it really looks like a Jurassic Park zone. You see what I mean? I didn't think about that when I watched the trailer very quickly before to record this analysis, let's say. But now that I look at it, I'm like, wow, it looks like the kind of structure that you will find in the flying dinosaurs area, unless here you don't have a glass dome around everything, but with this kind of corridors here suspended in the air, yeah, it really reminds me of that. That's a really cool one. We almost skipped it, so it would have been a shame. Here, that's probably a rotation path between different areas. So we have the green buildings. We didn't have, again, we didn't have a very close look at them, but one day, I hope. Then we have the jump pads. We need to find another name because jump pads are Octane's ability. It would be unfair. We have also a big thing here. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks very cool. And yeah, the rest of the map looks very cool. A bit empty, but that's why I think that this is an area that must be between 2 or 3 POIs, I would say, and at least you have enough room for a couple of tridents to have a little chase here, so that's really cool. It looks like it's going up, maybe, so again, a lot of verticality from what I can tell. Haha, ramparts behind their walls, we can't see much here. Very green, lovely colors as well, with some red for the hearth, for the hearth. A rampart again, Bangalore jumping in, Seer everywhere using his ultimate. We have some old buildings, and yeah, maybe another smaller POI. And again, the green laser. It's crazy. We see them everywhere. That's very exciting. We will be able to to jump around all the time. That's really cool. Might be a good news for the snipers. So yeah, here we go. That's what I was talking about. The tridents having a little chase, a little run, and those older buildings. It's funny. It's a good mix between uh, old buildings lost in a jungle in a Jurassic Park movie, and also the very used and almost destroyed buildings that you could find in a sand planet, just like Tatooine, for example, in Star Wars. That's really cool. It looks great. Oh, and they are going at each other. They are fighting with the Mozambique. Oh, that's the evolution skin from our friend Pathfinder. Looking good, looking good. Unfortunately, Watson is here using her fences to stop all those lovely people, and they are slowed down, so Pathfinder now have the advantage. He's taking down Blue Down, and he's trying to grapple Valk to obviously cuddle her. It wasn't for a punch, it wasn't for a kick, it was just to give her a big hug. I swear. The rewarding battle pass, let's take a look. Oh, worthless. Okay, it's not rewarding anymore. We have a skin for Caustic, we have a skin for Revenant. That's probably the rare ones, or maybe now the epic ones, who knows, because they changed a bit the tiers lately. So this is the rare skins, or the epic skins that you get at the level 0. And here we have a new legendary skin, maybe level 25 or maybe level 50, who knows, for Mirage. You can tell by the little dots on the sleeve that he is using for the decoys. So interesting skin. Oops, wait a minute, that was a bad posing, but I'm not sure if I can get something better. So yeah, tell me, what do you think? I don't love it. Again, we need to take a look at it in the inventory, or to have a close-up look. I'm not a fan of it. And the reason why is, first, the colors, but this is very, very, very subjective, so let's forget about this one. Secondly, a slightly more objective comment and feedback. Secondly, I think that this is not really matching with what we were expecting. The name of the season is Escape, so I know it has nothing to do with summer, beach, heat, etc., etc. But you see what I mean. We were expecting some summery, if I can put it this way, some summer vibes and beach vibes for the skins. And when you look at that, that's definitely not the case. Again, that's due to wrong expectations. So there is nothing right or nothing wrong. This is just me expecting something else. Then the result for me is that I'm a bit disappointed. That's a bit of a shame. But let's move onwards. So we see our guys here. It's a shame the Prowler is hiding Caustic, but we can see the back of Revenant. Another building, and here we have something. We have a name. It's Command Launch Center. So probably for, yes, for a rocket. Exactly, that's for a rocket. Huh, maybe like on World's Edge, maybe there will be another rocket, and maybe this time it will launch live when we are on the map. That would be great. And we have someone jumping from the roof. We need to talk about that weapon as well, but it is Wraith, and this weapon is special because it's an early look at what will be the new evolutive skin at the level 100, but also at the level 110 of the battle pass. And basically, yeah, it's a prowler. We can see like a little thing on the side here. Wait, I'm gonna pause it. Here we go. So there was a bit of materials. There is a bit of tape. You can see here like a lot of details about the inside. There is also what looks like a termite container. Not a termite, but yeah, maybe for some gas, or to give the weapon a boost. Like, that's the idea. It's obviously not a real boost in game, but look, there is a little battery here. You have this container, so everything is wired and everything is plugged into the turbine here, and that's the part that is moving and rotating, and that's the part that will be evolutive. So really interesting. It looks good. I'm not crazy about it, but I like the old school slash crafty vibe on it. I really like that. And I can't wait to see the level 110, because I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that this one is the level 100. Let's rewind a little bit so that we can all see it in action. Oops. Oh, and then that missed. Because we couldn't see it in action because of my wrong manipulation. Here we go. This will be early enough. And that's slowed down, so yes, we can see it. Oh, cool, that looks great. That looks great. So the new car SMG. So from what we know, it's supposed to change ammos. So basically here you can see that this is on heavy ammo, but he only has 20. He or she, I don't know. It was fuse, so he only has 20 ammos, and he will pick up some light ones, and you will see that he will switch the ammos. So focus on the corner here. He will just follow Octane and use the jump pad, so that there is nothing crazy here that we never saw in the past. So focus here as soon as Fuse is picking up the light ammos, and you will see what's happening. We don't know what's the input or what's the button to do the switch, not yet. But he is definitely actively switching the ammos to make sure that he has a little bit more. So let's see him pick up the ammos. Like, I only have 20, I used everything, let me pick some light ammos, and I switch, here we go. And then I follow my mate, I reload, I finally have some ammos and I can use them. And we see Ash, as always, hiding herself and waiting for the best time to jump on her prey. So that's interesting. It looks like a small weapon, the car SMG. So maybe what? Maybe between R99 and the R301, maybe in between somewhere. It doesn't look like, you know, a Prowler or a Hemlock in the way it's bursting. It looks like it's full auto, and yeah, so probably more between the R99 and the R301. The ammo switch is interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a big thing, but that's very interesting for sure. What's happening now with Ash? I think we will have a closer look to her abilities. Look at that. That looks really, really, really badass. With the mask slightly damaged, just like her inner counterpart, which is a bit damaged as well because she's stuck in there and she's going crazy. And Ash is trying to take control over Dr. Reed, but the mask is cool, the lights looks great, the hood, the materials, even the color. I like the color. Oh, and the sword, obviously, and this at the back is really important because that will be related to her ultimate. I just don't know if it's currently active. So did she just use the ultimate to prepare a trap or not? We don't know yet, but we might have some answers later on. So they're gonna present her, I think. Oh no, she jumps right into it. Oh look, that's what we saw in the previous trailers, the little friend, the little... Is it a rat or is it a mouse? I don't know, but the little friend running on the sword. I think we are about to see the the basic, I was going to say fatality, but we can see the basic finisher that looks really cool with her friend, and boom, she takes care of Rampart, unfortunately. Marvelous new legend, and it will turn into Merciless, yes. Watson again with their fence, and the full team is dropping on them, and here what you just saw, and I will rewind, is the tactical show. So she's sending a kind of mini sword or mini item that will reach the ground. Here we go, you see, that's planted, and I don't think it's starting to do anything yet, it's just planted, but as soon as Watson, with her mantis skin from the previous seasons, when she's running too close to it, it will trigger itself. Here we go. So first she takes damages, then she's stunned, we can see it, and secondly she's hooked. we will see in a couple of sec that she won't be able to go further because she's totally stuck. And I will rewind to make sure that we see that again in action, but that's a really cool tactical. I like it. So you can throw it, maybe you can guard a door or a tunnel with it, and as soon as someone is running too close to it, it will be only one legend, only one enemy. It cannot be two of them or three of them. That's just the first legend that is getting too close, the first enemy legend that is getting too close. They will be shocked and damaged and hooked up. Look at that, she's hooked and she cannot go further, and then Ash can finish her. So let's go back a little bit just so you see the throw. You can see the throw and you can see the damage, the stun, and the cable that is preventing her from progressing. So that's the throw. Here we go. It's planted, it bursts, and you are hooked up. You are hooked. You cannot move. So that's a really cool one. And then obviously Gibby is using the ultimate. Ash is getting under that. She's doing something with the sword and she's going back here. So I have a problem with that. I think that's not the best job to be very clear about the ultimate of this new legend, because 1 second before they are showing you the tactical, so it can get a bit confusing. And on top of that, her ultimate is based on a portal, but this has nothing to do with their ultimate. This is just Wraith, the enemy Wraith, that opened the portal and that is here. So it's just as soon as you are done with the tactical, you throw in the face of the players the ultimate without that much context. On top of that, there is a wraith on your footing, on your footage, sorry, that has a portal, so it can be very confusing. She will just go next to Mirage, she will go inside the container, and then she will use her ultimate. So this portal has nothing to do with her. And the same thing for the portal upstairs. So we can see slow-mo, she's using the sword, she's aiming at a location, and boom, it opens a portal. Apparently, it is a one-way portal. You can only use it once, and you can only use it in one direction. At least that's what I got from it. And again, you see, confusion. For me, it's too confusing. You see another portal, which is Wraith portal. So my assumption is, because if I play again, you see that's Mirage with the new skin. So if we go back just 2 sec to make it to make sure that this is clear for everyone, my assumption is that Watson is knocked down. Wraith, we don't know that much, but what I think is that Mirage is running into Wraith portal, while Ash doesn't want to waste that time to reach the portal. She wants to use her own ultimate to reach the top straight away, because there was a third enemy at the top over there. So you see, Mirage is going for it. He's using the portal. Ash is using her own one-way portal, and they more or less arrive at the same location. The third one from the team was Gibby, with the new skin from the battle pass. Actually, Gibby was here from the beginning. He was probably guarding the other entrance of the portal. Our Mirage used it, our Ash used their ultimate, and they arrive at the same location. Actually, I'm wrong. It might be another team again, because there is a third or fourth legend over there. So it's probably another team. But yeah, so that's what I meant. It's a bit confusing next time, especially if you have a legend like Ash, who is using some portal abilities. Don't use it at the same time than Wraith, and try to separate a little bit more the demonstration of the tactical versus the demonstration of the ultimate. Try to separate them a little bit more. That would be less confusing, but that's my take. She swing around the sword or the katana, and she aims at a location, and straight away she will portal there. Try to see it as the same thing than Loba, unless it seems to be taking less time, and you are very quickly invincible, because you just swing your sword, then you teleport yourself to the point where you were aiming at, and when you arrive, it doesn't look like there is a lot of time for you to be ready for the fight. So you swing, you straight teleport, and then you are ready. You are ready. Except if for the trailer, they skipped some animations to make it more fluid. But she seems to be ready for the fight straight away, and she's shooting Horizon, and we will see what I think is the legendary finisher, and it looks amazing. Slash and slash. Really cool one. And here we go for the escape season. So the season 11, aka the escape season, and that's what we could look at for the overall trailer and for the map especially. So it's focusing a lot on the map, a little bit on the new weapon, and quite a bit on Ash, especially the map, but you have more details about Ash as well for sure. But still, let's take a look at the final scene. We have Gibby on the floor with the new skin from the new Battle Pass. And on the right side, there is just a random rare skin for Octane, so nothing special. And we see Ash again, but this time with what I think is one of the legendary skins for Ash. And she's slowly walking with her sword, so it might mean that every time she walks or runs without a weapon, you will see the sword. That's crazy. It almost sounds like an heirloom. You see what I mean? So it's crazy that this is always with her. I don't know if you will see it when you run without a weapon, but it's part of the animation here, so maybe that's the case. If it's true, maybe she has constantly an heirloom with her from day one that you don't have to unlock, that you don't have to buy. That would be totally crazy, but that's the only assumption that I can make right now. And here we go with a last look on the storm, on the pilotis and the little houses, and the windmills to transform the wind energy into some power, and the jump pods back there, and obviously the sea, the sun, etc. Yes, that looks great. And it's coming November the 2nd of this year. So yeah, I hope everyone liked this very detailed walkthrough of the trailer. If you are new to Koala Cavity, you can see a lot of content related to the cosmetics of Apex. But when there is a new season and when there is a big gameplay trailer, that's my approach. That's the approach of Koala Cavity. We love to do it screen by screen, taking our time, because we love chatting about it. We love having a look at a specific corner of the screen to try to understand something. We love to describe, we love to maybe, throw some assumptions, and we love also to question ourselves. Will the flowers or the plants be something dangerous, for example? So all these kind of things. So if you love the content, the cosmetics, and if you love this kind of approach, feel free to support Koala Cavity, please, by subscribing to the channel. That would be great. You can also like the video if you want to. And please, please, please don't forget Koala Cavity. It's also, and especially at the beginning, it is a Twitch channel, Koala Cavity. This is just like the name of this YouTube channel. And if you want to learn more about us, you can check the Twitch channel. Under the About section, there is a lot of details about what is the philosophy, what do we do, how we do it, what are the donations, what is the agenda of the donations to the charities that we do ourselves with the own resources of Koala Cavity. You will also find some information about how do we use the majority of the subs in order to add them on top of our own monthly donation to the charities. You will find a lot of details. So again, if you like the vision, if you like the philosophy, it would be amazing if you can follow the Twitch channel. It will obviously help Koala Cavity and its philosophy. And apart from that, we are done. We are done, koalas. We are done. I'm very, very happy about this very detailed, let's say, analysis of the trailer. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, maybe something in a little corner that I totally missed, or maybe something totally obvious that I have missed. If you have your own assumptions and your own question marks, feel free to share them with me in the comments. I am always replying to everyone, and I love to chat about it, and I love to discuss things, whether it's facts or assumptions or questions. I love to talk about that, so feel free to comment, feel free to like it, and feel free again to check the Twitch channel. That's really important. But we are done for today. I send you a lot of positivity, and I send you a lot of kisses, and I hope to catch up with you very, very, very soon. Bye bye, koalas. Bye bye.